Jean's in Chicago. Hi, Jean. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
I just went through a very painful and bitter divorce, and I'm a single mother now of two teenage daughters, one in college, one about ready to go to college. And I did read. I went to the library and got Total Money Makeover, and I was saddled with a lot of debt from the divorce. So we didn't file bankruptcy. I ended up taking a lot of the debt with me. And I just feel so overwhelmed right now. I don't even know where to begin, and I just am looking for some advice.
Why did you take the debt with you?
Well, we both took debt with us.
I
We
see.
split the debt, and so he ended up with a house and the mortgage that was worth. We had a higher mortgage than the house was worth, so he ended up with that, and I again ended up with credit card debt.
How much debt do you have?
Well, I made the mistake. I have about $40,000 in debt, and I made the mistake already before I read your book of taking a loan out on my 401k for 5 years. So I'm short that income in my paycheck every paycheck. I have to pay that back. And after reading your book, I realized
that was a mistake. But you're there now. Did that take care of every bit of the debt?
No, it took care of $15,000 worth of the debt, and then I did a second hugely dumb thing after I.
Wait a minute, you said you borrowed $40,000.
I took out a second mortgage.
Okay, so $40,000's not on your 401k.
No, 15 on the 401k and another 25 on
a second mortgage on. I thought you were there two houses. You got the other house?
I bought a house after the divorce.
What do you make a year?
Actually, I just got a raise to $80,000.
Okay, that's
it was
good
a
news.
substantial raise. So my income is actually, I think, good for a single mom.
Yeah, it is. It's excellent.
I just feel so overwhelmed with this. I don't even know where to start. And I sat down on Sunday night and tried to do a first crack at a budget, and I just started to bawl. I couldn't even get the budget down on paper. Yeah. And
I tell you what, you hold on through this break, and I'm going to help you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
Stick with me.
And I still have one credit card debt that's $9,000 that I've been using. My ex-husband has not paid child support, and I've been using a credit card basically to help raise my kids. And but I have closed that account. I have stopped using it.
Good.
So after I read the book, I realized what a mistake.
How long were you married?
I was married for 17 years.
And why is he not paying child support?
Well, he owns his own business, and he claims he has no income. And so they showed his income tax form for last year, and it said $8,000 gross income. Mm-hmm. And so they ordered him to pay $20 a week, and he hasn't even been able to do that. Mm-hmm. So he's supposed to be paying me very little, but he hasn't yet started because he claims he doesn't have the money.
Okay. All right. Well, he's either lying on his taxes, or he's legitimately broke. One of the two.
I do think he's legitimately broke, because when we were living together, I was basically paying for most things.
Yeah.
He just isn't doing well in his business.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Part of what happened when you sat down to do the budget and you became overwhelmed and started crying was that you're just trying to emotionally recover from the most horrible experience you've ever been through. And this budget, the budget thing, what it does when you sit down to do it is those numbers just get right all up in your face and remind you of all the pain and the reality that you're facing. And so it does. And everybody makes mistakes, honey. We all make mistakes. If you hadn't done something stupid, you're not over 12. Okay? Everybody's done something stupid. I've done stupid with zeros on the end. How do you think I ended up doing this? I got a PhD in DUMB. So, I mean, it's real. Now, so, yeah, I wouldn't have done a couple of those things, but, I never heard anybody being shot for being stupid yet that I'm aware of. So you're okay. You're going to make it. Now, we just got to figure out a way to walk through this. What I'm trying to tell you is this, that it's normal for you to be overwhelmed about a situation that, had you not been through all this other crap, might not have overwhelmed you.
Okay.
These numbers you're giving me aren't that overwhelming, but given that you are grieving and hurting and bitter and angry and all of those things that are normal in your situation, these numbers start to be overwhelming just because your life is right now. Is that unfair to say?
No, that's not unfair. I think you're right.
Okay, because I think you're a bright lady. Usually stupid people don't make $80,000 a year, and I think and I'm listening to you. You're articulate, but I also still hear a lot of the pain in your voice, and that's just because you're a normal person. When you go through this kind of stuff, it hurts. Hello.
Oh, it's just so scary.
Yeah, and you feel alone.
Right, with 2 kids, and
Yeah.
I just want to do the right thing.
Yeah, and you don't want to make any more mistakes, and it's just you're insecure, and that's just because you're a person, and so I'm just telling you that so much of what you're facing going forward is not about the math; it's about you beginning to get your feet under you. So what we're going to do is this: 2 things. One is I'm going to talk with you for a minute here. We're going to walk through a couple of the details. The second thing is I'm going to put you in Financial Peace University, our 9-week class.
Okay.
Because in that setting, you'll have some people around you that'll love you and walk with you and help you start to get your confidence back, particularly in this area.
Okay.
Because because it's just every little thing right now brings the tears to the top still, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you're bad, and it doesn't mean you're weak. It's just you're hurting. That's just real. I mean, you're married 17 years. You got 2 kids. You're not getting any child support. You're thrown out here in the cold all by yourself. It's winter time. Oh, my gosh. I mean, it's real. This is real life right here. So you're going to be okay, though, because I have talked to the version of you that's 5 years from now, and you're smart enough and tough enough. You're going to be all right. But you just need somebody to walk with you and show you. So we're going to put you in the class. I'm going to pay for it. It's free, okay?
All right. Thank you.
And then, now, here's the thing. I want you to sit down and do the budget, and here's your first goal, and this is going to help you with the emotional part of it too. You make enough to pay your food bill, don't you? If you don't do anything else.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so that's number 1 on your list. Number 2 on your list is lights and water. You make enough to pay food, lights, and water, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You make enough to pay food, lights, and water, and your house payment, don't you?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Okay. You make enough to pay food, lights, water, your house payment, and your transportation, your car, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you got a place to live. You got a way to get to work. We got food in the belly and the heat's on.
Yes.
You're going to be okay.
Okay.
The rest of this is a Monopoly game, and we're a little bit behind. You hit Boardwalk, and somebody else owns it right now, okay? It's bad.
Okay.
And so the rest of this we've just got to work through. Now, what I want to do is I do want to cut up the credit card. I do want to get you on a written plan, and you can't go into drama queen mode and say, I have to feed my kids, and I put it on a credit card, because that's bull. I just fed your kids a minute ago. We just walked through your budget. All that was drama queen mode. I have to feed my kids. I'm not getting child support. Oh, bull. You make $80,000 a year. You can feed your kids. Okay?
Right.
You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Now, then we got the kids fed. So the next thing is, what are we going to do to begin to clean up this mess? Your first goal is I want you to save $1,000. If you want to save $2 before you start the rest of it, just to feel a little bit better in your situation because you're hurting, a little baby starter rainy day fund, that's all I want. That's your first goal as we can squeeze money out of the budget. The second goal with your budget is to begin to work off these debts, smallest to largest. Have you cut up that credit card?
Honestly, Dave, I have not, but I have closed the account.
Yeah, when you get off the phone, cut up the credit card.
All right.
That's what you got to pay me to go through the class.
All right.
Because it's good for you. Besides that, I like cutting up credit cards. So we're going to cut up the credit card. Now, we're going to start attacking that credit card and working it off. When it's gone, then we're going to pile up money. You cannot pay extra systematically on a 401k loan. You just have to pile up the money and do it all at once. They won't take anything except all at once.
Right.
And then when that's knocked out, then we're going to go and we're going to work on this student or the second mortgage. But it's going to take you a little while to clean up $49,000 worth of debt, making $80,000 with 2 teenagers. You're not going to do this instantly, but I'll give you an estimate. 2.5 years is my estimate.
Okay.
That's
and is
based
that
on the math. That's
including-
not based on the emotions.
Okay, is that including putting money aside for their college, or should I
No.
stop?
Right now, your goal is to feed them
Okay.
and get mama's feet under her. We have to take care of your future. Now, if
Okay.
they're teenagers, so they need to be studying extra and maybe pay for a little bit of a class to take the ACT over and get their scores up. They need to be applying for scholarships. They need to be planning on working while they're in school. And by the way, they are going in-state. They don't have any money.
They actually are going to community college the first 2 years, and
There
my
you go.
oldest daughter got scholarships to pay for her first 2 years, so
Okay.
I'm okay there, but I still have to worry about my second one.
We're well on our way. We're well on our way. If they'll keep their cost on college down, get a few scholarships, and work while they're in school, we'll get them through. You can get them through without some kind of big
Okay.
$100,000 savings account. It's not the way we all want to do it, but it's the way you're going to do it, because right now your first goal is you have to feed Gene and the kids. Breathe. You're going to be okay, Gene. Hold on. Kelly's going to pick up. We'll get you started on this. If you need me again, you call me, and I'll walk with you through this, kiddo. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.